Right person, wrong time. Oh my gosh. But this wasn't goofy, it was just traumatic. And like what she does for her friend and her country. I love them so much. Tore at me. It was so sad. It was so sad, guys. Oh my goodness, let me get comfy. I feel like it's warm in here, but I don't know, I like the pop of red of the hoodie. Like I want to put on a t-shirt, but I don't want to not have the red. Dilemmas. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video we're going to be doing the mid-year book tag. Now don't get me wrong guys, I did not come up with this idea. I saw it on a couple people's channel. I think the last channel I saw it on it was Mariana Moore's channel, so I'll have it linked down below because I just love her channel so much and I don't want to like take credit for the video idea whenever I didn't come up with it, obviously. But yeah, for this video we're pretty much just going to be going through some prompts, going through a lot of my favorite books, my least favorite books, books that surprised me, new favorite authors, anticipated releases, going through all the book tea for the year. We're a little over halfway through the year, but I was like, it's never too late for a book tag video, so of course I had to film it. I also wanted to change up the location a little bit. I normally film in front of my bookshelf, as y'all noticed, but I wanted to come in my room today because, I don't know, I just wanted to change the scenery and I like having the book stacked, so I don't know, honestly. But yeah guys, we're gonna be going through so many prompts. Let's see what the first one is. I've got the whole list on my phone here, and I've got all the books in order based on the prompts, obviously. The first prompt is the best book you've read so far in 2025. I've actually got two books on the stack for this prompt because I couldn't choose, guys. Like, I couldn't choose. There's so many good books I've read so far this year, so I'm just gonna pick two, my two favorites, and they're two different genres, so. Oh, I hope that you're not able to see what these are as I'm going down. Anyway, the very first book, this book I'm pretty sure was one of my first 5-star reads of the book. Of the year. This is Empire Storms by Sarah J. Maas, part of the Throne of Glass series. Y'all, the amount of love I have for this book, these characters, the found family, and their adventures together, and the world, and the story building, the plot, just like literally everything that encompasses the Throne of Glass series, it's like easily my top series of all time right now. This book in particular right here, I don't know what it is about it. It's just like the people that it followed, the plot that was going on at the time. I literally, like, I loved this book so unbelievably much. I don't even know what to say beyond that. The main female character is just so strong and confident, and she knows what she wants out of life, and she goes after it with everything she's got. Ugh. And like what she does for her friend and her country and everyone she loves and cares about. Oh my gosh, I love this book so much, y'all, so much. If you haven't read the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, I 1,000 million billion times recommend doing so. It literally will change your life. It's a fantasy series. Honestly, I don't want to tell you much beyond that, just because I feel like the more blind you go into it, the more you're gonna appreciate the story as a whole. That's what I did, and here we are. It's one of my top books of the year so far. So another book I want to quickly touch on before we move on is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Oh my goodness, this was another 5-star read of mine. So unexpected, let me just say. I'd never read a book by Ashley Poston, and now I honestly want to. Although I've heard from other people that this is their favorite book by her, so I don't want to go into her other ones with too high expectations. This book basically follows a kind of like then and now timeline. It's like, how should I explain this? This book is magical realism, so it's not like a fantasy or anything. It's very realistic except for this one aspect, and that is the apartment that she's currently staying in, our main character. It randomly teleports her into the past, okay, where she meets this guy that was living in the apartment at the time. Oh my goodness, this book was so just like everything I needed and more. The descriptions, their romance, their banter, I don't know what it was. The magic of New York City, that's where it takes place. This book just felt so magical, and I don't know, their story was so unique. Like the concept of right person, wrong time. Oh my gosh, it was too good. The themes in this book, I'm just gonna read this person's review because I feel like that just encompasses everything I feel about this book in a way. This book is so much more than a romance. This story takes you on a journey of Clementine's self-discovery, her friendships, mistakes, passions, her growth, and how she navigates through life dealing with grief. This quote says, "Nothing lasts forever, not the good things, not the bad, so just find what makes you happy and do it for as long as you can." Another quote, "You only live once, and if you do it right, once is all you need." I don't know, I just love them together. I love how he stands up for her, she stands up for him. They're each other's rock. They just fit with each other so perfectly. That's just like one thing I love. There was no unnecessary drama or tropes that I don't like in a book. It just was everything I needed and more. I 1000% recommend that you pick up this book because it was just something so unique that I've never read before. Unexpected 5-star, but I was so glad that it was. The next prompt, something a little less nice. We're moving into the worst book you read so far in 2025. Oh, also with these prompts, I'm trying to not repeat books. So like, for example, the 7-Year Slip might cover multiple prompts. Obviously not the worst book prompt, but like other ones later on. But I'm not gonna go back and, you know, reuse the book just because I want to talk about a variety of different books in this video. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyway, for the worst book, we unfortunately have a Colleen Hoover book. This is Confess by Colleen Hoover. Don't get me wrong, this book wasn't bad by any means. I did give this book a 3-star, I'm pretty sure. It just, I don't know, it was a lot of typical Colleen Hoover writing and drama, and I feel like she almost follows a formula. The more books that I read by her, it seems very formulaic. Her characters have a lot of the same issues from book to book, even though they're different characters in completely different areas and different times of their life. I don't know. The plot twist wasn't really much of a plot twist. I don't know. I kind of predicted a lot of this book. There was one thing that was like, oh, okay, she's got this going on. Nothing hinted to it before. It just was all of a sudden there. One thing too, how does this girl live in Dallas, Texas and she doesn't have a car? That, I just don't think that's possible from someone who's like literally about to live there. That city is too big to walk around, okay? It's not a walkable city. I don't know. It just was very interesting. And then she runs into this man and then all of a sudden there's just like this instant connection. I don't know. I need a little bit of a build up. They stood up for each other. It was sweet. I read it really quick, but it's not really one that stood out to me for the good quality writing and good quality love story, if that makes sense. The third prompt, we've got the best sequel you've read so far in 2025. I don't know exactly if this book is considered a sequel, but we're gonna go with it either way just because I don't know. It is in my opinion. We've got One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Oh my gosh, this book was everything. It was so good, y'all. The reason I'm considering this book a sequel is because technically I think you're supposed to read it following Every Summer After, another book written by her that I read earlier this year, because it follows the brother of one of the main characters in that book. Let me just say, this book, set in the same town as that other one, a lot of the same things going on, but this book blew that one out of the water in my opinion. Therefore, I'm considering it the best sequel of the year in my opinion. This book follows Charlie Florek. He's the brother of the main male character in Every Summer After, and let me just say, his character is one that I normally don't really like or gravitate towards. He's very arrogant and cocky in a way, and like just honestly is a character that would kind of typically get on my nerves a little bit, and for a split part of the book he kind of did in a way. It was like a little bit too much in my opinion, hence why I gave it 4.5 stars instead of the 5. But otherwise, y'all, this book was so good. I am about to upload a reading vlog based off of it. If I haven't already, I might have. It's in the process, okay? But I don't know, the main character just fits his personality so well. They complement each other perfectly. The atmospherics of the book, the way that they're both in their 30s are a little bit more mature at this point, so it's like not your typical love story that you would read. They both feel kind of like behind in their life, especially Charlie, and just getting to see this unique love story of like them finding each other later on in life. The banter is so good. The lake setting that Carly Fortune writes, beautiful. I love the way she describes everything. It was so nostalgic for me. As someone who grew up living on the lake, I could relate a lot to what they were talking about a lot of the time. The inclusion of the grandma tugged at my heartstrings so much. I don't know, I related personally a lot to that as well. Everything about this book was so just beautiful. I don't know. Also, the fact that the main character is a photographer, I feel like that just added to the atmospherics as well. Just the way that she views the world. We kind of heard that in her mind as we were reading the book, and I just love that as well. Obviously, I couldn't recommend this book enough. I think you guys should 1000% pick it up. I think that's enough of that though. We're gonna move on. Next, we've got the worst sequel you've read so far in 2025. I kind of almost hate to say this one, but I'm gonna have to do it. We've got Haunting Adeline by H.G. Carlton. Oopsie. If y'all don't know, I read Haunting Adeline earlier this year, and I actually decently enjoyed this one. I was trying to get into dark romance a little bit just to see if it might be something I'm interested in. I don't know. I've never read a book like this before, so I just wanted to test the waters and see, you know, if I might like it. And I thought it was decently okay. I don't know. Some of it was a little bit weird to me. Like some stuff that went on, it was a little bit like, whoa, okay. That kind of pushes my moral boundaries a little bit. But, oh, I'm holding the wrong one. Dang it. This is the one that I originally read first. Haunting. Just pretend like I was holding this the whole time. I don't know. The man is a stalker. He stalks her, but somehow I enjoyed it. I don't know. However, this book was a little bit, it was all like a bunch of trauma that she was going through. There was like no romance in the book until the very end, and I don't know. I also couldn't see how she would be able to move on with her life after that. It kind of felt a little bit unrealistic in a way. I don't know. Like I get it's just, it's a goofy fun time, but this wasn't goofy. It was just traumatic. I don't know. I wanted more with the sequel. I really did, because this one was so good. Like I enjoyed it decently. This made me want to, you know, continue on and see what I think about other books, because I've heard that this is like not a series that you want to start your dark romance journey with, but I did it anyway because I'm me. So yeah, I don't know. But this one, I just was really disappointed. I wanted something else, and the whole plot just went in a way that I was like, what in the world is going on? It just came out of nowhere in a way. I mean, I could see it, but I also couldn't. I don't know. I'm gonna quit trying to explain myself before I can't anymore. Moving on, we've got a new release you haven't read yet, but really want to. I've got a few on this list, just because, of course I do. I'm always looking for new books I want to read. The first one, my top contender, Onyx Storm, released I think in January. Have I read Iron Flame yet? No. But do I want to read both of them as well as reread Fourth Wing in a reading vlog for you guys? Yes. Therefore, I'm including Onyx Storm on the list. If you don't know, Onyx Storm is part of the Empyrean series. Probably heard of Fourth Wing. So far, they're a trilogy, but I believe there's going to be 5 total books. It's kind of a fantasy series that I want to say recently blew up within the past couple years or so. Follows dragons and trials and war and a romance. It's like a romantic-y. Y'all know I love those. So yeah, expect an Onyx Storm, or I guess I'll say Empyrean series reading vlog coming out soon for me. Next, we've got The Great Big Beautiful Life. Is that what it's called? Yeah. By Emily Henry. Emily Henry, I've read 2 of her books so far. I want to continue on reading the rest of them, but Great Big Beautiful Life came out this year. I've heard it called The Great BBL. I'm gonna just call it that. The Great BBL came out earlier this year, and I've heard that it's not her typical book that she's written in the past. I don't even know if it's a romance. Is it a romance? I don't know. I want to say it's more of just like a literary fiction book, if I'm not mistaken. She's known for her romance books, okay? Like her cute, fluffy romances with the banter and everything. She just decided to switch it up and write something a little bit different, which kudos to her for doing that, because that's a scary jump to make. But I don't know. I've been hearing that everybody isn't liking The Great Big Beautiful Life as much as her other books, which honestly, I don't know if I'm going to either, if we're being honest. However, I can't just not be on the bandwagon. I gotta know what everybody else is reading. So, will I end up reading it soon? Who knows? But it is in the back of my mind for a book that I want to pick up soon. The third book that has been released, but I haven't read it yet, but I want to, is The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I've read The Boyfriend by her. I am going to read, what's it called? I don't even know. I'll put it on here. I forgot. I just bought it. And I don't know. I really like her thriller stories, or the one I have read. They're quick, short chapters, lots of little plot twists. I love trying to figure out the twist before I get to it, and I just feel like with that book, it'll be the same thing. Just a little palate cleanser, you know what I mean? But also, I'm wondering if I can find one that I'll rank really high, because I've heard with other people that read her books, some of them they really love, and then some of them they just don't rank so high. So I'm curious to see if mine's kind of the same way, or if they're all highly ranked for me. I don't know yet, obviously, so I want to get to that one by her. Moving on to the next prompt here, we've got the most anticipated release for the second half of the year. Honestly, y'all, I will not lie, I am behind on a lot of new releases. I haven't read as many of the new series as I want to, but I have to include Wildcard by Elsie Silver. I believe this one comes out on September 9th of 2025, and if y'all don't know, this is part of the Rose Hill series. Now, have I read a single book in this series? No. But do I want to? Absolutely. Wildcard, we're gonna be for real, I don't know anything about it. I just see other people reading it and they all seem to like it, so I want to try out her Rose Hill series and see if it's something I might like as well. We're moving on, guys. We're moving on. We've got the biggest surprise of the year. Yeah. We've got If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. Woo! I know this book came out like 15 years ago or something like that, but I did just read it this year, and oh my gosh. When I tell y'all, I was not expecting to give this book a 5 stars at all. This book brought out all kinds of emotions for me that I did not even know were gonna be brought out at all. This book follows these two teenagers as they navigate high school. They used to be inseparable as kids, but then as they've gotten older, Finn, the main male character, has become more popular, and then Autumn, the main character, has kind of stayed on the shyer side, hangs out with, I don't want to say the weird girl, but like that's kind of how they're portrayed in the book a little bit. But anyway, basically Autumn has a boyfriend, but it says on the back here that still doesn't stop the way Autumn feels every time she and Finn cross paths, and the growing nagging thought that maybe things could have been different, maybe they should be together. Like, bro, how are you gonna say that whenever you have a whole boyfriend? A little bit scandalous, but yeah, oh my gosh, this it tore at me. I loved it so much. It was so sweet, but also very triggering. Check your trigger warnings before you read it. I will say though, if you don't feel that you need to, I would not, because it will spoil a huge premise of the book. So take that as you will. Oh my gosh. And then there was the other book that I got with it. My sister bought these for me for Christmas last year. This is the sequel of Only I Had Told Her. I did not like this one as much as the first one. I feel like that goes a lot of time with whenever authors later publish a book just because their fans want them to. This did not need a sequel, y'all. It did not need a sequel. This story was meant to end abruptly. I'll stand by that with everything I have. The story was meant to end abruptly. This is her recovering basically from the big drama that happens in this book, and I honestly wholeheartedly believe that it did not need to be there. This book is perfectly fine on its own, and I honestly will say this book I think takes away from this book. Sorry to say, but if this book was by itself, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. So heart-wrenching too. Oh my gosh, I don't remember if I cried, but I'm pretty certain I did. The next prompt is a favorite new author, either a debut or new to you. As we know, this year I read a new author, and that is Carly Fortune. This is Every Summer After by her. Y'all knew I was talking about One Golden Summer. These are kind of interconnected in a way, and I love her writing style. I love her settings. I love her characters. Everything about them. This book, Every Summer After, I did not enjoy quite as much as One Golden Summer, as we know, but I still loved both of them in their own unique way. I will say Every Summer After has one kind of trope in a way that I despise in a book, so that definitely took some points off of this one, but this one made up for it for her. So I'm excited to continue my journey with her books. I know she's written 2 more. I own one of them. What's it called? It Happened One Summer? Maybe? Something like that. But yeah, Carly Fortune is definitely a favorite new author of mine. Her writing is just so nostalgic to me. I think it's the setting. I really do. She just writes the most perfect summer books. The most perfect, sweet summer romances. I love them so much. The next prompt we've got here is your newest fictional crush. Had to bring it back out, y'all. Rowan Whitethorn? The man that he is? Okay. Just everything he does for his love interest in the story. Oh my gosh, he's selfless. He encourages her. He does everything for her. He doesn't stand in her way. Ugh, he's so good. Might I also include Lorcan, because what did that man do? I saw Sarah Carolina had a shirt that said, "What did Lorcan do?" Please, I need it. The world needs to know. Lorcan, I didn't love him at first, but the more and more we got into the series, I liked him a little bit, I will say. What is that? Okay, I had to turn on the ceiling fan because my camera was overheating, so I hope that didn't change anything. But we're gonna move on to the next prompt, okay? A book that made you cry. I'm gonna have to include Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Now, I don't have the actual book. Oh, I don't own the actual book. I read my sister's copy. She let me borrow it because I refuse to buy that thing until it's paperback, okay? I hate hardback books. I'm not gonna do it. If y'all don't know, this book follows Haymitch's point of view. His story, his Hunger Games, back when he was younger and teenager, and he went through the process himself. If y'all have not read this book or the Hunger Games series in general, why not? Why not? This book will change your life. This series will change your life. Oh my gosh. I think honestly the reason I loved it so much was just because the Hunger Games series is so nostalgic for me, and I love seeing what Suzanne Collins does and the way she explores the rest of the world. That world will forever just hold a special place in my heart, and knowing what we know about Haymitch and the way he turned out in his future books, aka the original Hunger Games series, getting to read about what caused him to be that way, it was so sad. It was so sad, guys. It was so sad. I literally cried. I'm pretty sure. I think this one is in a reading vlog on my channel too, if y'all want to go find it and check it out. I will say, honestly, I don't think I gave this book a 5 stars. I want to say I gave it like a 4 or something. I actually really did like The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes better. For some reason, I don't know why. A lot of other people liked them the other way. Like, they liked Sunrise on the Reaping better better than The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes, but I'm the opposite opinion. I enjoyed the other one better for some reason. Maybe because I saw the movie first and then read it, it like put the picture in the back of my mind. Those movies are so good. Let me just say, I'm so excited for this new movie, the Sunrise on the Reaping movie. When does it come out? I want to say at the end of this year, which is a ways to wait, but y'all know I'm gonna be the first one there. Opposite of that, we've got a book that made you happy. I've got two little books here for that prompt. First of all, we've got Beach Read by Emily Henry. I love Emily Henry, and this is another banger by her. It was so good. Just the summer vibes, the banter between her characters is so good. If you're looking for good banter and tension, it was so good. And the fact that they're both authors, they're helping each other through these writer's blocks, they're writing each other's genre for their next book. It's just like so good. I don't know. I love a book about readers or authors or anything like that just because it is my hobby. This book was just a fun time. What more can I say? I loved it. I brought it on vacation with me, read it while I was in Florida. It was such a vibe, and I feel like I'll always associate it with those Florida memories now, and it was just a fun time. Another book that made me happy was, yet again, another summery book, The Summer of Broken Rules by Kale Walther. This is definitely a YA book, and if we're gonna be honest, it was a little bit cheesy in my opinion, but it was for the vibes. It made me happy to read it. It was just a silly, goofy, fun time. The entire extended family is gathering for a big summer wedding. Although Meredith is dateless after being unexpectedly dumped, she's excited to participate in the traditional Fox family game of Assassin, and she forms an alliance with a cute groomsman. We know what goes on from there. Once again, just a silly, fun time. This is literally the first book I read this year. I have a reading vlog on this one as well, way back in January. I think this one was part of the scavenger hunt picks books I read. I want to do another one of those. It was fun. The most beautiful book you've bought so far this year or received. I once again picked out two books. First of all, we've got All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Dewar. Look at that cover. Isn't that gorgeous? This follows people in Germany during World War II. I have a feeling this book is going to be very, very sad, but I do think it's an important read. But look, for the prompt, I think that cover is just perfect. I love a city view. This just looks perfect. I also picked out another book for this prompt. This is Babel by R.F. Kuang. Look at how pretty that cover is too. Like, whoa. That tower with the birds and the buildings. I love architecture. If y'all didn't know, I actually switched my major from architecture to business marketing, but I still have such an appreciation for buildings and cities, as we can tell. Pretty, pretty books. I love them. I'm excited to read both of these. I haven't read either one yet. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? I've got so many. Y'all are not ready. We're gonna speed run these, okay? Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Another Carly Fortune book. I'm excited to read it. One True Loves, Taylor Jenkins Reid. The little blurb on the back just makes this sound so interesting. This man's helicopter goes missing over the Pacific Ocean, and his wife and everybody around them thinks that he's dead, and so years later she moves on and marries a new man. She falls in love and marries a new man, and then all of a sudden her original husband who went missing reappeared. Doesn't that sound so interesting? It's on my August TBR, so expect to see it in a reading vlog soon. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've been needing to read this one for so long. It's been on my TBR for years. Gonna try to get to it in August. Circe by Madeline Miller. Pretty much the same thing as The Cruel Prince. Been on my TBR for years. The one other book I've read by her, The Song of Achilles, I loved that book, so I really want to get to this one as well. Finally, I'm gonna include some series that I don't have, but I really want to read. We've got the Magnolia Park series. If y'all haven't heard about this series, what are you doing? This series follows a bunch of rich people and their drama and their love stories, and I don't even want to explain it too much because I'm sure you've heard about it, but I want to know what the hype is all about. I've heard it's so many people's top series ever. I want to read it. The Windy City series by Liz Tom Ford, I also really want to get to. It's technically a sports romance series, but I don't think it covers too much sports. I don't think it'll overwhelm you with the sports talk or anything like that. They're interconnected standalones, and once again, a lot of messy drama. Y'all know I eat that up every time. The Boys of Tommen series. I know Releasing 10 just came out a little bit ago, and I saw a lot of people's reading vlogs on it. The trauma of these books, y'all. The trauma. I don't really know because I haven't read them yet, but I can only imagine just based off of seeing other people's reactions reading these books. And then finally, I want to read the Zodiac Academy series. I've heard a lot about this book series as well. I've heard you can't take it too serious. It's just a silly fun time once again. And there's so many dang books in this series. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be the last prompt. So we've reached the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know other videos y'all want to see from me. Y'all know I love making them and reading books. Go grab you a book. Go grab you a sweet treat. And please subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I would absolutely love to hit that goal. Every one of you that subscribed just mean the world to me. Y'all have no idea. Thanks guys so much for watching. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.